All right, guys. Sorry. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and go over the film from our last game. Now, the way to use film, guys, is during a game. There's a lot of things that you're not able to see. Uh, a lot of mistakes that you will make. A lot of good things as well. You know that you're not aware that you did, or you just learn right from the film. So we're gonna go over it, and I'm gonna add some of my commentary. Oh, sorry. How to get everything. We'll start from the start, obviously. Okay. Now here, it didn't happen here because the ball just went way away, and there's no way you can restart quickly on these ways. But on throw-ins, you see how all this time gives them time to walk back, face the ball, and everything. We wanna do throw-ins quickly. Here, Maverick, you just gotta bring it down with the inside of your foot. Just stand straight up. Good pressure, Alex. And you guys shifted really well. Bao, you probably should be a little closer, but you guys shifted really well, and it ended up with a shot. Maybe Alex, you could have passed that off to Jesus. Oh, I went too far. Pass it off right there to Jesus, right? Instead of taking that shot, which you're facing away from the goal a little bit, so it was a hard shot to take. Not a completely terrible choice, but it was a hard shot. Here is what I mean with talking. Joaquin has nobody around him, right? He has one guy behind him pressuring, but neither Maverick nor Alex nor Jesus nor Bao nor anybody told him, "Hey, you got time. You can bring it down." Right? He rushes because he thinks this guy behind him is coming up quick. That's what people do. When somebody's coming up behind you quick, you gotta release the ball. But we need to talk. We need to talk. Okay, good. And here, I want to point this out. JD, very well done. Look at your position. I don't know if you can see him. It's kind of right. You're that black smudge right beneath the ref's right hand. Your position is very good. Let me see if I can increase the quality of the film. Nope. Okay, your position is very good. So this save that you make is perfect. Very, very, very good. Very well done. Sorry. Okay, clearance. Maybe we could step up a bit faster though. You guys are letting him turn. If you run at him quickly, right? We clear the ball. Very well done. But then Bao or whoever, anybody, even the forwards or the midfielder should be pressuring him hard so that he can't take this simple turn, look, and send a ball all the way across. Again, you're giving them time to control. We got to be on their first touch. A lot of people mess up the first touch. So if you can't beat them to it, be ready. Be right there for when they take a bad first touch, if they take a bad first touch. But you should be ready for it. Here, okay. Goal kicks. Wow, you're right behind the ref right here. But you should be over here, left of the screen, between the sideline and that left edge of the goal box. If you can visualize what I'm telling you. That little alleyway created right there, almost right in front of the corner flag. That's where you should be. Because then that way, that pass goes to the side, and you're able to take a touch forward. So you're positioned with your body facing forward, ready. The way you're standing right now and the way you receive this pass forces you to be facing away. And then you got to take that turn. And then that's more difficult, right? And then you got to battle for the ball back, which you do a very good job of doing. But all of this could have been avoided if you had been standing there in that corner, and that pass goes to you simply. A simple pass to you. Right here, good job, Maverick. Can we send that ball right there? Oh, and you do. Okay. I had forgotten. That was good, though. That first time pass, that's exactly what you do. Good job. Okay, right here. Corner kicks. Again, we'll go over our practice corner kicks because you guys seem to have forgotten, and not everybody was at that practice anyways. So we'll work on those for this next season. But the thing to point out now is that Maverick and Jesus, you guys are way too close to the goal. Why does that matter? Well, when this ball comes in, you'll see. But if you're that close to the goal, you have nowhere to run. Right? You have nowhere to run to try and get away from your defender. If you run forward, you're going to crash Maverick. If you run forward, you're going to go 2 steps later after starting to run forward. You've hit number 16. Same with you, Jesus. You've hit number 34. Right? Instead, can we start our runs over here by where this kid is, right at the top of the PK mark? Or even better, can we start it at the top of the 18? These kids standing right here are going to be marking right next to you, okay? They're not going to stand right there. Unless they're disciplined enough to do position marking, which I doubt. It's a very difficult concept. No, not really, but most people at this age level teach man-to-man marking, especially on corners. So if you guys stand up here at the top of the 18 and you start running, you have time to move and get away from your defender. Instead, you guys are standing right there. Jesus, you take a couple steps back, but it's not far enough. And you guys all end up in front of the ball and the ball behind you. Right? And then you have to do this awkward shot. Could we have done a one-time pass to Maverick there, Alex? Maybe. Jesus, you got to get back a little quicker. Again, this time it's Joaquin. Joaquin, where should you be? And if we do this, JD can put the ball down and pass it to you guys quickly. JD's passing is just as good as any of you guys is. Like, he can just pass it straight to you. The goal kicks is where we're struggling because then... Oh, and then right there, JD, your touch has to be to the outside. And I think I told you this during the game. Your touch has to be to the outside. All right, next 3 on. Good shape. Goal kicks we need to work on. Right there. Did somebody tell him turn? Did you guys see how much space he had? Did somebody tell him turn? I don't think so. Right here, you guys, both of you guys in the box should be screaming your heads off. It's a good shot to take, but Manuel, you're running in. Back post, you need to be yelling, hey, I'm here. Back post, back post. I mean, that was a good steal. Good pass back to the middle. Unlucky. He beat you positions. It's okay. Right here. Well, see, right there. Good job, guys, right there. Except for that man marking in the middle. Whoever was the midfielder needed to have been, I think, in this situation, Manuel. Because Luis and Anthony are marking the 2 guys on the outside, right, Manuel? So I know originally you started up here in this position, but we're a team, right? So if you see these 2 guys are marking, you need to be aware that there's probably a guy in the middle, right there, who you should have been right next to. Joaquin, you're stabbing, right? Just push him to the outside. And they get an unlucky backside goal. I hope these don't sound too negative, guys. There's a lot of things you guys did really well in this game, especially later on in the game. You guys started the game soft, but later on in the game, you guys picked it up, and there's some beautiful passing. But at the beginning, there are a lot of mistakes, and I'm going to point them out. See, there's another goal where it was just bad communication, right? Not Anthony, Annette and Luis, you guys just didn't talk, didn't know who was going to tell him who was going to go to the ball. Nobody said anything, and we lose it. Again, could we have just pulled the ball back and dropped it to Annette, right? Can we keep possession of the ball sometimes? It doesn't have to go forward every time. Taking people on is good, right? But at the half, maybe we were more secure with the ball. I see right there, beautiful pass combination, and just unlucky. But that was beautiful, you three. Beautiful from one side of the field to the other, finding the open man. Very, very nicely done. Good control, Anthony. Again, could we have just passed it back, right, Bao? Could you have opened your mouth and said, hey, I'm here, you know? Communication is definitely something I'm gonna start stressing. It's a very important part of the game, guys, and you know, just by talking to one another, you'll understand so much more, and you'll be such a better team just by letting each other know what's going on. Right here, you three, you kind of all just hope that Bao gets it. I know Bao gets those a lot, but he's not going to get them every time, right? Everybody gets beat every now and then. So, right there, JD, good save. Um, so we need to get back quicker and help out in case he doesn't, right? If he doesn't, then you're there, and if he does, well, you're there anyways for a pass. So always go back, always get back quickly. Good. Think this was a foul? No, throwing. Good job. And you got a foul out of there, Val. Good job. Good job. Good job. Right here, Anthony. Yeah, you're getting there. Okay. Good job. Good job. Right? And then maybe watch your offsides. Oh, no, you're watching it. You're watching it. Good job, Anthony. You're right in the right spot. Well done. Wow, in this instance, right? Again, we need to think what could happen, right? What are the chances? What could happen? Let's go back. So right here, the thing you guys need to be thinking about. Okay, right here. What would happen if we lose the ball right now, right? Let's say one of these two guys over here marking Luis and Anthony win the ball. Wow, you're behind the forward right in front of you. Joaquin, you're sort of in the right spot, right? But no, actually, Joaquin, you are in the right spot. Bao, if we lose the ball right now and they send a ball cross field to the guy right in front of you, you're gonna get beat, right? Well, unless you're incredibly faster than him, which you are very fast, so it could happen. But you're gonna get beat. And that's exactly what happens. You kind of get back, but he's still just barely beside you, and then we don't have anybody back, right? We need to have people back. I think you tried to shoot it there, Luis. That's a really hard shot. You had Anthony right there behind you. Likely would have been easier. Same thing with the corner kicks. Alex, you're doing it. You're trying to unmark yourself. But you guys are still way too close. See, somebody running in backside could have easily made that goal if he had started at the top of the 18. Good defense, Bow. We need to get back quicker on throw-ins, right? Because they're taking them quick, and we're getting caught backpedaling or, just not ready. As soon as the ball goes out of bounds, you guys need to get ready. It's not a time when the ball's out of bounds. It's not a time to catch your breath. It's a time to get ready for the next play. Pass has to be a little more to the outside. Good idea, though. Oh, JD, good job. I couldn't see that because of the ref got in the way of the film, but you made a good save there. I think it was a 1v1 save. Well done. You had a lot of good 1v1 saves this game, especially in the second half, which there's no film for, but right there you came out beautifully. I think the only thing to say on that save is you come out right here. You have just your head between you. You have just your head between the ball and the goal. You see it right there. You're laying down. Your feet are facing that gator over in the far corner. So you only have your head there, right? If he pokes it out you, sometimes the refs don't call that. It's a lot easier to lose it. Where if you come out the other way, right, and your head is facing towards the ref over there in the corner, you have your whole body behind the ball. But very good save. Very good save. That's just little technique things that we don't have practice, right, guys? So it's a lot more difficult to correct the little mistakes, but during the game, but we'll correct them now that we have practice. Now that we'll have practice. Nicely done there, Annette. Didn't let him turn. Good. Good, Luis. Can we send that ball now? Oh. Our passes need to be just the tiniest bit quicker. Good positioning from everybody. Sorry. Good turn, Jesus, and very decent shot. Jesus, are you right-footed or on these? You can tell you can get in front of the ref. If you're gonna hit it right-footed, you need to be so that the ball curves out. Right, you're standing on the wrong side of the ref. Here is basically what's happening. For a right-footed hit, right there, you see, it'd be good for a left-footed hit. Again, you guys are too close. All right, Alex, if you had started your run behind that, you would have been able to run onto it. JD, if you're coming out, don't that backpedaling you're doing right there, can't do that. Okay, because if they shoot it as you're backpedaling, you can't dive. It's impossible to dive while you're backpedaling. Dive well. So as soon as you take a couple steps forward, you need to stand your ground at that step. Good. Finding the space. Okay, right here, Alex, your run. Do you see how you're running straight? You're running straight to the goal. You see the space between the defender right in front of you and the defender right in front of Jesus? Right there. Your run needs to be diagonally into that space so that he can play you a ball down the line. Right there, you have two people between Jesus and you, and Jesus has nobody to pass it to. All right, we need to have diagonal runs. Right here, good job, JD. Good job covering the that side of the goal. And do we get the save? Yes, we do. Good job. Good job. Your footwork there, the way you got from one side of the goal to the other and stayed big, very nicely done. Okay, so some substitutions. Joaquin in for Bao and Manuel in for Luis. I think you got hit in the face there, Manuel. You alright, man? For sure. Yeah, goal kicks we need to find a better solution to. Good save there, I think. Or was it a goal? No, it was a goal. You made a good first save. You just gave a rebound in the middle. And you weren't able to get back up in time to make the second save. It happens sometimes. We just need to make sure we're controlling that first shot as much as possible and giving as few rebounds as possible. Okay, right here. I think it's right here. Maybe not. Maverick, you're in a very good spot, right? You see that Annette pulled forward and you drop back in case she gets beat. That was very smart. I don't know if you realize you did this, but I saw it and it's you were there. You're right because Annette eventually did get beat, but you were there, helping your teammate out and helping the team out. I hear good hold up play, Jesus. Good job keeping the ball until you have help, right? You weren't going to beat three people, so you just wait, and then Maverick gets up and you send them the ball. That was nicely done. Okay, goal kick again, Annette. You kind of do it right there. Okay, see right there. Instead, though, that touch, the touch needs to be you take it with your right foot and you push the ball back the way it came. Right? Instead we open up our hips? Right? Can our hips be facing the camera right now? They're facing away from the camera, right? They're facing to the left corner. If our hips are facing the camera, you're able to take a touch forward, and now you're facing this defender that's coming at you, and you see what's happening, and you're able to play the ball forward, and we fix it, right? The play actually ends up being really nice. It kind of dies there, but it's okay. I mean, the play out the back was very nice, and you solved your mistake there, Annette. But it would be a whole lot easier if you had done it, with your hips open, being able to play forward. Right here, good. Look right here, great pressure by Jesus forces him to play long. Bao is back there, or Joaquin. Joaquin is back there. Great turn by Maverick. Again, Jesus, you hold the ball very nicely. A pass back, good one too, and you take a touch to the inside and you draw a foul. I don't know if you were planning on shooting there, which would have been a good option. You also had Manuel here. And that's another thing to point out. Manuel, good job following this play all the way. If we go back a couple seconds, you can see, Manuel, that you're right where you need to be. Right? Open for a pass, open for a pass, open for a pass, open for a pass. Maverick could have gone to you, still open for a pass. You're in the right spot the whole time. So very well done. We draw the foul here. And this is the goal. We can all just enjoy Jesus' great strike on the ball. Good communication by you two to let each other know what to do. Maverick, right here, the only thing to say, Maverick, is you just look at the ball, right? You just look at him take the shot. You're essentially a spectator where you need to be involved in the play. As soon as he takes that hit, maybe you go and stand in front of the goalie. Or as soon as he takes that hit, you be crashing the goal. Because what if it hits that post and bounces right to the top of the six? If you're running in, you take that shot, right? But that goal right there, yes, beautiful strike by Jesus. But if you guys noticed how good of a team play that was, Jesus' pressure, Joaquin's defense, that Maverick's turn, that 1-2 by Maverick and Jesus, and Manuel being in the right spot the whole time. Beautiful soccer. Beautiful, beautiful soccer. Here we get another foul in the right spot. Everybody's feeling like here comes another goal. But right, let's look at the game situation, right? You just scored on this team by a free kick in the exact same spot by taking a shot just directly at the goal. Immediately, the team knows what's going on. You see how they're all rushing forward? They know you're about to hit this. In fact, the kid, right, kind of in front of Maverick, he's gonna run up to you, right there, right. So now your shot is being taken with a kid maybe 3 big steps, 3 meters away from you, and you're shooting it at the exact same spot. Instead, could we have maybe had somebody else take the shot? Or have a different, you're taking the shot to a different place, or that pass may be coming out wider, right? We need to be more creative, and we need to be aware of the game situation. You just scored on this team in the exact same way, and not even a minute ago you did that. So they're going to remember it, and they're going to be ready for it. So we need to try different things and be aware of the situation, right? The first shot, right at the goal, exactly what needed to be done. This time, maybe not the right choice. Right here, beautiful communication, Maverick. You're letting them know who's open. And again, you're tracking back. This is what we want from a midfielder, guys. This is exactly what we want from a midfielder. We'll go back even further. Right? Gets back to his position quickly. Turns and faces the ball. Communicates that there's somebody open on the right side. And then follows the play all the way back. Right there, by heading back, he's covering for a net. Pressure, cover, balance, right? Pressure, cover, balance. He makes a defensive play. Very nicely done, Maverick. Again, Maverick, that was you again. Making the defensive plays. Here, good clearance. Jesus, you were maybe a tad bit too far. And guys, goals like these, I mean, JD, you dove for it. It was just a really good, lucky strike. All you can do is clap for the kid. Sometimes a goal is just a goal, guys. I mean, there's really nothing you guys could have done. So, goal's a goal. Just move on. Right here, goals like these, guys, that come from your guys' not being ready. Right? Goals like these, you're scoring on yourselves. This is basically an own goal. You guys can't have mental lapses like these where you're just not ready, right? You're just not on your toes. You're daydreaming. Whatever it is, you have to pay attention to what's going on and be ready for those passes. Be on your toes. You should never be surprised by the ball. Never. I hear good play. Luis maybe take a touch, but the one-time shot, it was too to goal. Very nicely done. Some lag there. Again, Luis, incredibly difficult shot, right? Look where your hips are facing. The whole time your back is to the goal. You kind of turn it a little bit, but your hips, when you take that shot, you have to turn your hips all the way around. You're going to lose power when you're doing that, right? So your shot comes off a little weaker than if you're facing the front. And you had Alex right there for a simple pass across. You pass it to Alex. Alex takes it down the line. Jesus crashes. You crash. Alex plays the ball in, and it's a simple goal. Had this gone in, it would have been amazing. But again, you got to take high probability shots, right? Play the best ball that you can play in the situation you're in. In this case, I think the best ball to play was to Alex. Not to say your shot was completely the wrong decision. I mean, you got it on goal. But make the best decision. Yeah, Jesus, I think you were trying to go for the shot there. Just the way your head's turning. I mean, you got your head down. And you're facing the goal right there. Look where Alex is. If you had maybe just tapped it over to Alex, this defender is able to get to it because you're trying to shoot. Alex still manages to make a good play. The ball gets away from you a little bit. Very nice turn. Very nice turn inside the box. And then the film is about to end. Yeah, right here. Okay, we won't watch that. Okay, so now what I want you guys to do is to go back to the film without my commentary, the original one I posted, and do this thing that I just did, but for yourself. So just look at yourself play. Also, practice your communication. So right here, whoever gets the ball, let's see. This is what I want you guys doing, okay? Excuse me. Okay, so we still don't have possession. Okay, now we do. All right. Turn. Play forward. You got back. Still forward. You got backside. Okay, so you guys see what I mean? Right here, what should you be saying in this situation? If you're a defender, what should you be saying in this situation? Bow, you should be telling your team, drop, right? Turn and face, drop. Right here, Annette, you could be calling for the ball. Luis, you could be calling for the ball. Whoever's in the middle, I think that's Jesus. Manuel, you guys could all be... Oh, no, that's Anthony. Okay, you guys could all be calling for the ball. So while you're watching the film, the original film, I want you talking, like as if you were on the field or on the bench. Make sense? So just do that so we can practice on that communication. And I will see you all on Sunday for our next game or next practice. Hopefully I'm able to upload this in time. All right, later, Atleticos.